Oh, he gets ahead of me here. Wow, race to the finish. Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer RC. Alright, we're going to show you the mains from this week. This was at Buggyland, FuenCarral, Spain, I believe. So let's jump into this event. Hey, FuenCarral, Spain.
Enjoy your racing.
Spoiler alert. I'll give you a couple seconds if you don't want to know. But I did win this race. So yeah, B main winner. Let's see how close I was to the competition. I have not watched this with any of the other racers. Only 4 of them actually recorded in their times, so we'll get to watch Brian Nesbitt, myself, John McDonald, and Jason Ranney, and we'll watch this B main event. So let's see how close everyone was during the race event.
5.
I did start in the second position, so I did qualify second in the B, but in the end, Brian Nesbitt, which is kind of fun because he's a local racer and we, battle against each other at the real track too. So it's fun to do it online. Ooh, that was a really weird start. Once I get camera control, I will switch it, but I certainly had a couple of bobbles. I may or may not have had a couple of marshals too, but overall, I was fast enough. All right, we now have camera control. I'm going to jump it to driver stand view so you get to see how I raced from driver stand position number 2. And we'll watch myself going. So at some point, Brian must crash because he's still ahead of me now. And we get to watch here to see where do I catch him and where do I pass him. Overall, I didn't really change much from how I was doing my qualifiers. I was just trying to drive cleaner. So that was obviously a mistake there, but I didn't have to take a marshal. I was able to recover it myself. These are 8-minute mains. That in-road section still gets me. I talked about those, my problem spots during the qualifier, same thing during the main. I was conscious of them, but I tried to do my best to avoid the crashes and to try and fix those couple of problem areas that I had, but overall, I still couldn't make up the time. Some people in the A main are doing 41-second laps. My best was a 45. I think the very best I got was a 44.5, like once, but I couldn't repeat that. And I have not watched the A main drivers to see where they make up time. So here we are, a minute and 30 in, and it looks like Brian is pulling away from me. So at some point along the way here, he must have a fairly significant crash that allows me to get ahead. So let's see where that happens. Just watching it back, you can see where I'm not all that smooth. I'm still making mistakes. I'm missing my jumps. My lines are kind of off. Overall, I found this track extremely loose. I just could not get the traction that I wanted. I found it to be very dry track and very hard to put the power down. So I've reeled Brian in a little bit here. Catching up. Big slowdown there. I'm not sure why I did that. Still struggling to get that grip in the turns. Someone mentioned that, you should adjust your suspension layout, like adjust your angle of your shocks and all that stuff. I don't believe you can do that on the Spec Buggy. It's one of those weird things where it's Spec, it's really Spec. Like you can't even change the suspension geometry. I think, I really should verify that. Okay, just to show you for a stock Buggy, you can click on the car or you can actually go into like shocks and ARB. All of this stuff is grayed out. You can't adjust it. So when they mean stock, they mean stock. Like you cannot even adjust your ride height. Everything's grayed out. You can't adjust any of this stuff. It's all unavailable. So all you can do is body, wing, tire compound, and steering angle. That's pretty much it. Everything else, all grayed out. Oh, max, you can adjust max brake. Like when they mean stock, they totally mean stock. Like you cannot tweak much. So I do not believe that you can change your suspension on the Spec Buggy. And if you can, then I've been missing out for the past, 8 weeks? I've always left it at stock suspension setup. So the only thing you can change that I've seen is tires, wing, body, and steering throw, your actual max steering angle. Oh, who was that? No, that was someone I'm lapping. So I'm still not ahead of Brian. I'm currently 1.976 seconds behind Brian. So let's see where he is. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, that's the big mistake right there. So when do I pass him? Okay, so where am I now? I'm 10 seconds behind? Whoa. At this point, I'm 10 seconds behind him, 4 laps in. So let's see, how do I make that up? I started doing that a little bit where I would just ride that pipe on the outside because I could never get it to turn in effectively. Ooh, that was a harsh one where I got stuck on the tire there. Looks like this was a little bit of a rougher race than I remember, but overall, somehow I end up winning this B. With the low downforce wing, I can make that jump every time, as well as the back one where you've got a triple jump, I can make that one. When I tried testing other wings, I couldn't make those jumps, but by putting on low downforce, I could. And now Brian is... Oh, I see. So that was where Brian lost all that time. It was that big crash, which now he's 10 seconds behind me. And now I just screwed up there. So where is Brian? Yeah, I missed the point where I passed him though. So it must have been when he had that crash there. There's me stuck on the pipes again. 5 laps down, 5 minutes in, 3 minutes to go. Yikes. This is not very clean to watch. See, he's already made up 5 seconds on me in 1 lap. So little mistakes like that must have been what killed him, because overall he did out-qualify me, so he should have been able to beat me, but he must have just had some bad brakes and some bad crashes. See that? I just could not get that figured out. I don't know why. I couldn't. Depth perception is hard with this game because you're playing on a 2D field and it's hard to know. But I just, in general, this track, I just could not get the car to turn the way I wanted it to. You can see how I'm struggling to get it to place on the track where I want it to be. It just was not working out for me. Oh, I just did that same mistake that Brian did. Oh, looks like he's right on me. Right? He's coming around here. Yeah, he is. So he's chasing me down. I just turned around that corner. So he's 1 corner behind me. Catching up fast. This is with 1.5 minutes left to go. He's reeled me right in. Oh, big mistake right back there. He just did a little spin out behind me. You could see that. I always make that. He always makes that. I should find out what he was running for a wing. Well, somehow I flipped over on myself. Oh, wow. Now I'm actually behind him with 1 minute left to go. Interesting. All right, let's see where I get him. I love this, where I'm chasing someone down. We get to see who gets who here. All right, coming in clean. Hopefully I can keep him in my view. Oh, there we go. Big mistake on the whoops. Yet somehow he stays ahead. Coming in, chasing. Let's see how I do it here. That was perfect. If I could do that every time. It looks so easy, right? But for some reason, I just could not get that figured out to do it that way. Tighten there. I was always confused by that section and trying to get my placement of the car right. Full speed, jump, clear, good, clear, good. A little bit of a fishtail though, that kills me. When you fishtail like that, you lose a second. Oh, there's the mistake right there. So with 15 seconds left to go, that last little mistake allows me to get ahead. That's all it takes. One little bobble is enough to get you ahead and then stay ahead. It's just like the real thing. Now the tracks are reopening, so I've been posting some real racing stuff. And yeah, just some of my races this week. I was ahead. I had one small mistake. And man, I fell way back. So I was in second and then I fell way back to sixth just by one little mistake. Oh, he gets ahead of me here. Wow, race to the finish. Oh, he screwed up right at the finish line. Oh, what a finish. Oh no. Oh, he had me. He had me if he hadn't have done that. He was ahead. He got me on the inside line, but then his line was all screwed up, and then he somehow messed up and got stuck on the barricade. Oh, wow. All right. Cool. Good race. You don't get to see that stuff unless you watch the replay, because I race solo, so I don't get to see what other people are doing, because depending on when you're racing, you may have done this before or after them. That was a pretty cool race. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm not sure where we're going this week, so racing is now reopened for another session, another week, and I'm not sure where we're going or if I'm going to make videos for it. But if I do, you will see them on this YouTube channel. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.